Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and today I'm at Kennett Square Golf and Country Club with head pro Tom Carpus. But more importantly, he is the senior vice chairman for the Rules Committee of the PGA of America. Every time I talk to you, Tom, you're getting promoted. You're the senior guy now, huh? Just one more rung before you run the whole show.
Very fortunate. Very fortunate to be
well,
appointed.
you must know the rules.
Just a couple of them.
As anybody who has watched Inside Golf over the years knows, every once in a while we come out here, visit Tom at Kennett Square, and see what maybe people don't know about this game that they should know about. And you're great at that. You had some shows that we've aired, 55,000 viewers around the world have watched it on YouTube. So people out there always need to know what the rules are.
Well, it's great. People are interested in it, and if we can educate them a little bit and help them with their golf and the rules, that's great. In the case of a water hazard,
we'll find out what that was all about when we come back to Inside Golf with Tom Carpus. Stay with us. Inside Golf, presented by PGN Plus. Play your golf bucket list. By Jersey Man Magazine. It's a Jersey way of life, and Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with pgnplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to pgnplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on pgnplus.com. Book your tee time today.
Well, we're here at Kennett Square with Tom Carpus, and we're talking rules of the game. And Tom, when you think about golf, well, you think green, but you also sometimes think yellow and red and even white lines.
Absolutely.
So if the ball's on a line, the question is, where do you put it to hit that shot?
Well, here's the deal. We know that on golf courses you have two kinds of water hazards. You have yellow, which means if you hit it in there, you've got, other than playing it as lies, you have two options. Or if it's marked red, you have two additional options, so you have four. You also can have ground under repair, which might be marked with a white line. And really the general principle here is that a ball is on the part of the course in which it touches. So if it's touching the white line, which is marking ground under repair, it is in the ground under repair. So therefore you would be entitled to relief. Nearest point of relief, drop within a club length, no near the hole, not in a hazard, not on the putting green. No penalty. In the case of a water hazard, if your ball was touching the yellow line or the red line, now the ball would be considered to be in the water hazard. And of course, you can play it as it lies, but you've got to be careful. You've got prohibitions when your ball's in a hazard. You cannot ground your club. You can't test the condition of the hazard or any nearby similar hazard. You also cannot touch or move any loose impediments lying in or touching the same hazard as your ball. Of course, you can just drop it under the water hazard rule as well.
We don't have a cart path here, but also when you talk about relief from a cart path, you talk about total relief, which means not only do you move the ball, but your shoes can't be touching, for instance, the cart path. Once you decide to take relief, you have to take full relief, right?
That is correct. I mean, we say interference is for the lie of the ball, your stance, or your area of intended swing. And that's for both an abnormal ground condition, like this ground under repair. It's also for an obstruction, like a cart path. So once you take relief, you've got to make sure you've got no interference from the condition.
This year, the PGA Championship returns to Whistling Straits, which was the site of the Dustin Johnson ruling. It probably cost him the PGA Championship the last time that event was held at Whistling Straits. Tom Carpus, the senior vice chairman of the Rules Committee for the PGA of America, was there then. You're going to be returning. And here we are and you're going to explain, Tom, the rules of the game, specifically that Dustin Johnson ruling.
Well, first of all, we know Whistling Straits was very unique. 1,100 bunkers, so we had to come up with some special rules for that event, and one was to identify to the players that all these bunkers that were constructed to be bunkers would be played as hazards, which means there's prohibitions for grounding your club, testing the condition, touching or moving loose impediments. Right. And those notices were posted all over the locker room and very much in places where the players would know that the rules, how we were playing all these bunkers.
But as I recall, and you look at video of that shot, he was surrounded because he was in, what, the last group, I think? Surrounded by the gallery. Gallery was standing in the waist area, and a lot of things were going through his mind. Probably the last thing in his mind was, well, this isn't a hazard, right?
It was the perfect storm. Think of it this way. You're on the 72nd hole, a chance to win the major championship, your first one. You hit it 40 yards to the right, way into the gallery, and there happened to be this bunker that, while, yes, people were walking in it, it was clearly a bunker. I don't think Dustin Johnson was thinking that way. I think he was thinking about winning a golf tournament.
And he had, I don't know if you have a 4-iron there, he probably hit a similar club, and he grounded it, right?
Yeah, I mean, essentially the people were around. Now keep one thing in mind. There was an observer that was with his group who mentioned to his caddy that his ball was in the bunker. He had 2 rulings on the back 9 dealing with bunkers. So I think he was in tune with the bunker rule. However, 72nd hole, he's thinking about winning, and he got in the bunker, and basically what he did is he grounded his club.
Right there.
Immediately, the radios lit up, and well, we all know what happened from there. Unfortunately, he was penalized 2 strokes, and it was very unfortunate. He handled it wonderfully. We're going back there again this year. We'll see. Hopefully nothing like that happens again.
You'll be there. Dustin Johnson will be there. I can guarantee you won't have to make a grounding the club and a hazard ruling against Dustin Johnson.
I hope not.
Because?
Golf rules.
You know, golf course superintendents
are the unsung heroes of our great game.
Thanks to the game's efforts,
we now have turf that needs less water
and is more sustainable
and offers natural wildlife habitats on our courses.
If you love golf like I do,
like what I do,
thank a golf course superintendent.
Thank a golf course superintendent.
Do thank your golf course superintendent.
Thank a golf course superintendent.
A message from the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America.
At Valley Forge Casino Resort, we're rolling out the action and bringing it all to the table. So go all in at Philly's premier entertainment destination. Now on sale. Frank Sinatra Jr., May 23rd. A Bronx Tale, May 28th. Thunder from Down Under, July 11th. Valley Forge Casino Resort, the only Philly area casino that has it all.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Harry Donahue along with Tom Carpus, head pro here at Kennett Square Golf and Country Club. And as I mentioned, he is the senior vice chairman of the PGA of America Rules Committee. And in that role, every year you get to go to Augusta as well as some of the other majors. This year you had a couple rulings down during the Masters tournament involving 2 prominent players, Tiger Woods and Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, and thankfully they were easy ones. But you know, Tiger on Sunday, you know, he hurt his wrist on number 9, and then I was on the 10th hole in the drive zone, and he hit it way to the right. And then he hit a shot, it hit a tree, then it ended up near a woman's chair. So the rule is you move the chair, it's an obstruction. His ball didn't move, and we thought it was over, but then here there's a TV tower right in his line between him and the hole. So we got him away from the TV tower by the local rule for temporary and movable obstructions. And then the other ruling I had with Ricky Fowler on Thursday was he was in the last group. I was actually packing my things up, getting ready to go in, and right before he hit, a large branch, about
this is on the 10th?
10th, yeah, right, greenside bunker, about a 4-foot branch with acorns, fell out of the tree into the bunker, and then his ball ended up right in front of it by about a foot. So we got into the whole deal about, can I touch the loose impediment? And the answer is no. Could he stand on it? I told him yes, but as long as you don't improve your area of intended swing or stance. So as it turned out, he ended up just straddling it, hit the shot out like that, and turned to me and says, "Can I move it now?"
Now, you were also involved last year, not the first time, the Ryder Cup, a tough loss for the U.S., obviously. What was that experience like for you at Glen Eagles?
Well, Glen Eagles is just a really beautiful place. I mean, they have that left to number 3. When you look out, they call it the Glen of the Eagles, and it's just magnificent, the view. And of course, a Ryder Cup over there, the fans, the hoop, all the the first tee atmosphere is really special at any Ryder Cup for that matter. But it was, it was a close match if you really think about it. If you take 3 matches that we lost by a point and swing them the other way, the U.S. comes home with the cup. So it's such a fine line in these matches anymore.
Did you ever see any tension between combatants, like an American, a U.S. player, and not getting along with a Euro player for whatever reason?
Well, yeah, I mean, at Medina in 2012, we had a couple, the first match out of the blocks, we had if you remember, they called for the chief referee because we had a ball. The referee was going to give relief, and then Jim Furyk actually questioned it, and the referee came out and denied relief. So it was kind of a...
Who was the Euro player? Was that
it was
McDowell?
Graham McDowell, yeah. And so
who's a very, very nice guy. I've had personal experience with Graham McDowell. Easy to get along with. Of course, once you get inside the ropes.
Well, it was, and it's the Ryder Cup. So, I had it, and same thing in my singles match. He was playing Zach Johnson, and nothing happened for 15 holes. We get to 16. They're in the, Zach was in the fairway, Graham McDowell was to the right in the rough, and they asked who's away. They exchanged distance information, and Zach disagreed with Graham McDowell's caddy. So they said, well, why don't we just call the referee? So I got called into the match. Then they got up on the green, they called me in again, and then we got on 17 green, the par 3, and they called me in again. So, and this was on Sunday, so now all of a sudden there's more blue on the board, the crowd's getting amped up, the match got real close. All of a sudden now things got a lot more serious.
And all this happens because?
Golf rules.
Tom, always a pleasure.
Harry, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Stay tuned. More coming up. Leela Mackey joins us next here on Inside Golf.
The Philadelphia PGA and Rothman Institute continue to provide new tips for keeping you on the golf course. Here to help us deliver these tips are sports medicine surgeon from Rothman Institute, Dr. Paul Marchetto, and PGA professional from Philadelphia Country Club, Scott Riley.
All right, Leela, thanks so much. We're back with a golf fit tip. We're here with Doc Marchetto. We're going to talk a little bit about getting ready for your first round of the year. You're all excited. You've just decided, you know what, I'm going to go hit maybe 3 or 4 buckets of balls, try to work out the kinks, and you're really going to go at it pretty good and try to feel loose and ready to go. But you wake up the next day, and now it's the day of the tournament, and you're sore, Doc. What's just gone on?
Classic stuff, Scott. So you got these excited guys, first warm weather, get out there, go to a golf range, you're hitting off of mats, couple large buckets, repetitive trauma. This is where we go, repetitive trauma. Banging balls off of the rubber mat, no give. All the energy transfers from the club head right up the arm to your elbow. You start having elbow pain, you start having shoulder pain, maybe low back pain, all these things, and you won't even notice it while you're doing it. It won't come up till the next day or that night, and you start getting a little sore. What to do? Most importantly, after you do all that, you cut back on the number of balls. You can't do all that in one day. Ice down when you get home. Make sure you take a little anti-inflammatory if you can tolerate it, of course. Wrap with the ice 20 minutes after you hit the balls on your way home. Stop. Make sure you stretch the next day. Keep icing and slowly get it back. That should take care of it, Scott.
Doc, you're nailing it. As you know, it's always quality, not quantity. So take your time, make your practice perfect, and you'll be hitting the links and scoring low. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Scott.
Every game has its playing fields, built and managed to optimize play. but none can compare to the complexity of a golf course. The superintendent's charged with presenting faultless conditions every day. No matter the circumstances, are part of a proud profession that has gone from grass grower to educated professional. Today, the job demands multiple skills to succeed. Superintendents manage turf grass with passion, pride, and obsessive attention to detail. And they also manage significant budgets and a wide range of highly technical, precision equipment. They practice math and science, mentor and motivate people, and care for the environment. While every golf course is different, the challenges and demands are the same. Like comrades in a common cause, they are bonded by the uniqueness of their profession. They're the keepers of the playing field upon which the great game of golf is played. And like the game of golf, honor, integrity, hard work and passion are the core of every great superintendent. Their skills and knowledge, along with hard work, dedication, and attention to detail, make superintendents the unsung heroes of golf. So whether you're a touring pro or a weekend golfer, thank the player behind the scenes that makes it all possible. The golf course superintendent. You'll find them out on the course every day, from dawn till dusk, making sure the course and your golfing experience are the best they can be.
At Valley Forge Casino Resort, we're rolling out the action and bringing it all to the table. So go all in at Philly's premier entertainment destination. Now on sale. Frank Sinatra Jr., May 23rd. A Bronx Tale, May 28th. Thunder from Down Under, July 11th. Valley Forge Casino Resort, the only Philly area casino that has it all.
And we welcome you back. Inside Golf continues with our teed off panel. And today the panel is joining you from the Valley Forge Casino Resort in King of Prussia. Panel members today include, from the Philadelphia Daily News, Mike Kern. Joe Logan is the man behind myphillygolf.com. And we have Sean Palmer back with us here on Teed Off. Sean is the head golf professional at the spanking new Union League at Tarsdale Golf Club up in Northeast Philadelphia. Gentlemen, and I'm sure you're aware of this, Sean, it seems like the number of golf rounds in this country have been trending downward of late, the last couple of years at least. The number of new course development is down, maybe less so in other parts of the country, or world rather, but at least in the U.S. My question is, okay, is there in any way a silver lining to this, with maybe a doomsday approach based on those numbers and observations? Is there something positive to be garnered out of that at all? How about you from your perspective as a head golf professional?
Well, this is something that the PGA of America and the USGA really has been focusing on, because it's obviously the health of our game. And I think in the private club aspect, the business model has really changed over the last few years, and that's something we're doing at Torsdale as well. Is we're recognizing that 30 years ago, a lot of families and men could spend the entire weekend at a club, a private club, when as to nowadays there's lacrosse, soccer, all sorts of things that are occupying families' time. So the way we approach it at private clubs we have to think outside the box and how people will access golf and use golf. But I think, you know, what we're really seeing is the market just trending back in golf. In the 90s, we had this huge boom with the economy doing well and the popularity of a guy named Tiger Woods. So golf was an enormously popular sport, and it grew and grew, and golf courses were almost overproduced. And now the market's just kind of getting back to where it needs to be as sort of an equilibrium. And I think that golf professionals and facilities are really adjusting to tailor their golf programs to exactly what you're saying, is getting golf into sort of having golf functional for someone that wants to use it, and not just forcing everyone to do the same exact thing at your country club.
Yeah, you know, Joe, Sean touched on the popularity that golf enjoyed maybe among people that never played golf based on what they saw on TV and certain pros, Tiger especially. But golf isn't for everyone, you know? I mean, it's a tough game out there.
It's a difficult game. And I remember at the height of the boom, there were new courses opening up around Philadelphia all the time. And I remember thinking to myself, what goes up must come down. Well, that's what's happening now. There are a lot of courses that are closing, but too many courses got built for the wrong reason. They got built to sell houses and housing developments and things like that. And so, to me, if you can separate golf as an industry from golf as a game, we're talking about two different things. I love golf as much as I ever did. I know Mike Kern does. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. But as an industry, it's struggling right now. And you could make the case it's getting right-sized. I hate that word, but you know, they're weeding out the wheat from the chaff. Right. That's what's going on.
Mike, your take on it?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with people have less discretionary income now. I think they have less time now. I think people, their lives are more for whatever reasons. So, you know, the knock on golf is it takes too long, it's too hard, and it costs too much. I don't know how you're ever going to get past that for a certain segment of the population, but there's also a certain segment, as Sean would attest to, that they're okay. His membership, I'm sure they're fine at what they have now, especially now that the club has changed. And it's just that you're going to have a weeding out process, you're going to settle in. And you're right, golf is not for everybody. But I find that, like my son's generation, not nearly as many of his friends, he doesn't basically have anybody to play golf with. If he wants to play, he plays with me or calls me. I don't know why that is. I don't have the answers, but I go to all these golf seminars or whatever where they try to discuss how we're going to fix it. I don't know how you fix it. Are people going to lower greens fees? Are they going to lower the price of memberships? Or club prices going to go down? I mean, TaylorMade this year had a lot, TaylorMade had a lot of changes in their thing where a lot of people lost jobs and a lot of people got downsized. But it's still a great game. There's nothing wrong with the game itself, and trying to do all these goofy things like 15-hole cups, and that's wonderful, but that's not golf.
That's not golf, yeah, and you mentioned TaylorMade. We saw last year, what was it, Dick's Sporting Goods eliminated the job. They had PGA professionals on staff, on location, helping them sell their golf equipment, etc. They eliminated that whole part of their employment, and you know, that I think really summed up in a large part what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I think that hit really hard with the PGA of America. You know, thousands of professionals lost their jobs, and it gave our profession something to really think about, is how we're growing the game. And you know, I'm with Mike a little bit too. I think that when you look at these big cup things and kick golf and all the different outside the box ideas, I think those are well and good for certain things. But for the larger market, if you think of probably everyone here at this table was taught golf from a family member. Probably over half of golfers that are actual golfers were taught from someone in their family and grew with that. So I think instead of chasing the millennials and instead of saying how time-consuming golf is, we focus on how great it would be to spend more time with your family without a cell phone for 4 hours, every week. So I think golf has that other sports don't. I still play golf with my grandfather. You know, what other sport can you say you can do something like that with? And
exactly.
Play golf
that's
with
a
my
great
mother,
point.
You know?
Yeah, the generational thing,
And
the
one
legacy
of the things
thing.
at his course, actually, they're talking about it. The people at the Union League, it might be the new model for the future. That you have other things. You know, you have a restaurant down the shore. You have other things to get people involved besides just maybe coming to the course to play.
All under the same brand name.
All under the same brand.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Interesting discussion, guys. Thanks to Mike Kern, Joe Logan, and Sean Palmer. And Inside Golf continues right after this.
The Valley Forge Casino Resort is the region's only full amenity gaming resort, and it's only seconds from the Pennsylvania Turnpike at King of Prussia. It features 600 slots, 50 table games, and there are nearly 500 guest rooms, plus 8 restaurants designed to meet all of your dining needs. So put the beautiful Valley Forge Casino Resort on your destination list. While we're here at the Valley Forge Casino Resort in King of Prussia with Jennifer Gailey, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for the Valley Forge Casino Resort, and we're talking about maybe my favorite time of the day. Every day of the week, we're talking happy hour. Tell us about it. What's going to happen here at the Valley Forge Casino Resort, Jennifer?
That's right. We actually just launched the area's newest happy hour, and it's our Double Down Happy Hour, which happens every week from 5 to 7. And it's really unique. It's the only one of its kind. So not only are we doing half-price drinks and a 2-for-1 raw bar, but we also are lowering our table limits. So table limits start at $10 during happy hour, so everyone can get in on the action. We're also featuring some of the greatest DJs in the area. So with our new lighting and sound system in Center Bar, there really is something for everyone during happy hour at the Valley.
So it's half price off on drinks.
2-for-1 raw bar
and
$10 table limits.
So there you go. It's another reason to come to the beautiful Valley Forge Casino Resort. Double down the happy hours. Doesn't get any better than that. Thanks, Jennifer.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with pgnplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to pgnplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on pgnplus.com. Book your tee time today.
If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, martinis, the mob, business, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists like George Anastasia, Bill Lyon, Sam Carchidi, and many others. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com.
Got a young golfer in the family? Whether their dream is to grab a national ranking or just have more fun on the golf course, sign them up for the Philly PGA Junior Tour this summer. It's competitive play on premier courses for boys and girls 18 and younger throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Perfect for gearing up for the next high school or collegiate golf season. Available to both new and competitive golfers. Registration now open year-round. Help your young golfers find or improve their game. Sign them up today at phillyjuniortour.com.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Our thanks to Tom Carpus, the head pro here at Kennett Square Golf and Country Club. And here's a little reminder. Tom is going to be joining us every week here on Inside Golf with his rules of the game. Also, thanks to Lila Mackey. And remember, let's see if I can get this right. Golf rules. And no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf. Presented by PGN Plus. Play your golf bucket list. By Jersey Man Magazine. It's a Jersey way of life. And Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf.